Hello, the topic this week is marketing. Marketing ourselves as artists and marketing our art. So you go to art school or you go and study art, and there's a lot of conversation of how you make things, how you paint things, how you draw, your ideas, all the things that art is. But making a living as an artist is another thing. Now, I spend about 50% of my time making stuff ready for people to buy. So packing it, doing things with the internet, working on my website. Now, the truth is the gallery system's fallen apart. There isn't someone who's going to come and help you with this. But you can get advice, and most of the time what a gallery adds is it says this is worth quite a lot, and we do undervalue ourselves. So think about the price that you're going to put on things. Point number one. Point number two, have the packing materials so that on your website you can send it out within a week, and you can send it out safely, and you have a deal with a courier or someone who's going to get it there safely. So people need to trust that you can deliver. And that's why they trust a gallery, because it's got all the frontage and everything. And I do work with galleries, and I will support any gallery that wants to put up a show of mine or work with me on my artwork. And there are a couple of great ones that really help me. There's one in Glasgow, Subversion. They've been amazing to me, and they also collect my work. And West Bank down in London, and there are others, Joseph on Oxford Street. But the principle is most artists have a website now, and if you want to make money as an artist and you want to market your art, do it. But it will take a proportion of your time. And I think it takes about 50% of my time. When you think I'm answering emails, I'm talking about commissions with people, I'm thinking about adapting some idea I've had or some discussion I'm having. So that's all marketing, isn't it? Only the time that I want there to be 50% of the time where I'm actually got a brush in my hand or a saw or stuff like that. I mean, I even resent tidying up, but I do put a hoover around every day. So there's so much else that goes into things. Let me just run through the basics. I'm sure I'll get to this some other time, but I make prints. If you make 100 prints and say you charge £100 for them and you sell them all, that's 10 grand's worth of work. So you've got to think, I've got to get the marketing that's going to make me the 10 grand, not con yourself and your customer by underselling the delivery of good photo on the website, good story, narrative, descriptions, all those other things I actually hate, but they have got to be done. I love just painting or having ideas and stuff like that. I'm sure you do. And what people are buying is, yes, the majority is the piece of artwork, but they're also buying the trust in you as a trusted retailer. They're also buying the idea that it's going to get there safely. I think I've said that a number of times now, haven't I? So I can only talk about what I do and why I do it. And a lot of what I do is because I hate other things. I hate the hard sell. I hate the smarmy salesman who could be selling eggs or cars or whatever. So my morals, my value systems tell me that all I want to do is get it in front of people. Be trustworthy, have a morality towards people. If they like it, then that's great in and of itself. If they want to buy it, then make it easy for them to buy. So put the apparatus in place for someone to buy things, and support the whole. My morals tell me to support all other artists. That I'm not competing with other artists, but we as artists are competing with gambling or drinking or other things that actually they're both vices, aren't they? Let me think of something really great, like eating or buying furniture or or education, or going out for a walk, all the other valuable things that we must do in our lives, we want to be part of that. You can tell it's unscripted, can't you? Well, what I do is I think about the topic, I do a mind map of what I want to say, and then I speak from it. I found when I was using notes, my personality didn't come over. I found when I scripted things, yet again, same thing. And so I want my personality to come over in these pieces to camera because I want to encourage all artists. So that's my main point here, is my morality, my ideas say encourage all of art, and a rising tide will raise all ships. And there's enough work to go around, and if you work hard at what you're going to do, I am going to value it. And if it's just done to make $1, I think I can tell. I used to be doing events, and today I'm going to an event in Manchester for a club that closed 40 years ago called Berlin, and there'll be some dancing and some chatting about clubs. And I'm doing an event next week at Zapato, a brewery in Marsden, up in the Pennines. So you can come along, chat to me. There's an art fair, so there's loads of stuff to be sold, and loads of stuff people are bringing along because it's one of the centres for Globe Arts. People at Globe Arts are absolutely lovely. They do workshops and they've got studios and they're absolutely fabulous. I would support them in every way I could, and I'm sure they're the same with me. And that's what matters, that we support each other, that we see art as valuable. And out of that comes great artwork. And out of that comes something that's enriching your life, which is the thought, the ideas that art can spur in our society. And I always thought when I was a successful DJ that other successful DJs were not my competitors, that's where I got the idea. We were competing with football, or we were competing with other pursuits. So those are kind of the groundings of where I'm at and the direction that I'm going in. I'm happy to talk about any of those things.